Yo, yo, yo. That's the real deal. It's minus 25. Good morning. Minus 25. Arctic gloves. I got 2 puffer coats on. And I thought we'd talk today about winter in an FRS. What's it really like? All right, just pulled up to the gas station. So another thing about winter driving in Canada when it's minus 27, make sure before you get out of your car or get some gas, that everything you need is out of your pockets, because if you leave your hands exposed outside at minus 30, they're gonna freeze pretty quick. So I get my gas card, get my points card, get all my stuff ready, and get some gas. Here we go. And you know, gas price actually at minus 30 is not bad. Only I forgot to pull my gas cap, so already my hands are freezing. Damn. $94. Seriously. Thank God. I don't think those things are legal anymore, but thank God they haven't. Okay, caramba. So if you're wondering why I'm filling up my car when it's minus 27, damn, my face is freezing. I had about half a tank of gas, and I'm running the high octane, the 94. And with half a tank at minus 27, I'll actually get condensation in my tank. Which is pretty fucking crazy how cold it is. So when you're in Canada, keep your tank full. You know, like my dad used to say, the top $10 gets you just as far as the bottom $10. Holy cow. I was outside for less than 5 minutes. You got just... Already, the car is below freezing inside. I gotta run inside, but I gotta leave my car running. And so, illegal in Canada to leave your car running with the, without your car locked. So, take your chances, man. It's minus 27. I gotta go inside. I'm not gonna let my car freeze while I'm out here. So what could be worth leaving your FRS show car out running out in the street, the gas station? Lotto Max, baby. Lotto Max is 50 million this weekend. It's tonight. So if we can get the fuck out of here and go to Mexico or Hawaii or something, then we won't have to make videos like this. Come on, Lotto Max. So one crazy thing, whoa, sunshine. You can probably see in my back window, I've got the rear defrost on, but at these freezing temperatures, it has an auto shut off. I don't know how many minutes it is. You have to keep remembering to put it back on again, because just while I stopped for gas, my back window froze over again. Fucking crazy. And everything, I tell you, everything moves slowly at this speed. So I get in the car in the morning. Oh, just left the gas station, forgot to put my seatbelt on. So I'm actually wearing 2 puffy jackets. That's how cold it is. Anyway, seatbelt on, safety first. So in the morning, transmission, clutch, everything, it's like it's in glue. Everything is frozen. All your fluids will actually, I was gonna say seize up, but they get really thick. So you need to give everything time to warm up, you know. You have to think like you're a race car driver, that you actually have to have time for your transmission and your clutch to warm up. Because when you downshift, see I'm sliding all over the place. When you downshift, you won't even be able to put your car in gear. It won't actually go in because your clutch is so frozen. So give it some time to warm up. So anyone who hasn't been following my my Twitter account at Streaks and Peaks, here's a special shout out to Mayor Nenshi of Calgary. What the fuck? This street hasn't been cleared since December, and we've had major storms. Check this out, right down here. If I drive onto that ridge, it's gonna rip the front of my splitter off my car. Come on. They've made one pass down this street. And you can see this, look at this. I feel like I'm driving in the backcountry. Seriously. Nenshi, get some plows down this street. Cannot believe this. And my taxes are going up this year. So typical. Meanwhile, look at that, a snowplow, like piled up about 8 feet. This is my street that we pay to have cleared. And look, it's perfectly clear. Gee, how hard was that? Give me a break. Gotta say though, look at this. This is city living. It looks like I'm in the wilderness. Gotta love winter. Well, most of it. All right, so back home now. You can see my back window is almost clear. I have to keep hitting my defrost on my rear window, like I said. Couple of tips inside the car. So here's how you keep your car warm inside when it's minus 25. All right, just so you know I'm not messing with you. It's been floating between minus 25 and minus 27 all morning. All right, so here's the regime. So first I start off, if you try to do this recirculate, it won't work on the FRS unless you switch it back one notch so you're on the floor and just partially on the front, then it'll work. When you're on recirculating, you're recirculating the air in the car, your car will stay warmer. One trouble with that, so I went out, started the car, went back in to get the kids, and while it's on recirculate, there's not enough fresh air in the car. This is actually ice on the inside of the window. So, not the best. So you got to remember to keep switching back and forth, recirculate, uncirculate, and blast your windshield once in a while to get the ice off. So one more tip while we're inside the car. If you've been watching the channel, you know I don't have a boost on this engine, but I do have a sprint booster, and just moderates the accelerator. Let me flip around here and I can show you. So in my car, you can see I've got this extra little light here. So if I just click this, green, moderate acceleration, red, maximum, no light, back to normal stock setting. So what we want here is the stock setting, because anyone who's used a sprint booster, it actually makes quite a difference on your acceleration. And the last thing you want when it's icy and there's, you know, snow and all this, you know, crazy surfaces is to be revving out all the time, because what you're trying to do when you're driving is keep the revs consistent. So some people say low, but really you want it consistent. I try to keep, you know, under the 3,000 for like those really, really icy roads. But when I'm on the, you know, getting some speed up, I'll go a little bit faster. But I don't want the revs to be spiking like they do when I have my sprint booster on my maximum setting. So if you've got any of those extra tuning devices, tune them down when it's minus 25. I'm sure that's something only a Canadian would know. Well, I guess you guys up in the Northwest and some of the Northeast states would know that too, because your weather's just as brutal as ours. But we've had about 2 weeks of minus 20 plus here, and the snow, like I just showed you out the window, we've had 2-3 feet of snow in the past week. So this is just standard life here. You got to keep up on your snow knowledge and how to survive a Canadian winter with your FRS. So before I go on my rant about our city streets, that'll come later. Hey, let's just do a reality check. I've been driving in winter conditions my whole life. I'd say I'm a pretty good driver. I've got probably some of the best winter Michelins that you can buy, all 4 corners. Back of my car, totally prepared for winter. I've got lots of weight in the back. I've got a winter shovel. I always carry extra gear for emergencies. So heat, gloves, toques, everything I need to stay out of trouble. All right, so one thing, after you've been driving for a bit, wheel wells are going to fill with snow. Even on a freezing day like this, it's minus 25. And you need to bang that snow out of there. If you're one of those fussy people who doesn't like to see anyone touch your car, don't watch. That stuff is gonna make it hard to drive. So make sure you get in there and clear this snow up. Sometimes I use my snow brush. But just keep your car safe. Keep your wheel wells clear of snow. The front sometimes is worse. Down around the front, not bad. When you're in a lot of snow, this will actually fill up. Well, that's pretty good today. Only in Canada. So one other tip for when you're actually not driving your car, just to make your life a little bit more manageable in Canada. Sorry, I put my hood on, I'm freezing. My car's pretty low. It's not lowered, but it's low. But look how lovely clean my little parking spot is. So whenever it snows, before I park my car, I stop outside here on the street. And even though I have snow service, I shovel my sidewalk and my parking spot right down to the ground. And you can see what happens if you don't shovel. You'll look like this guy, or like these guys. I shovel every day. I can still see the line. I can still see the asphalt. So parking is not a problem. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you find that useful, if not entertaining. And hopefully we get some warm weather and we get to do some other kinds of videos here. Coming up on the channel, still haven't done a proper drive-through with the RAV4 Trail Edition. We bought a 2018, the brand new model. It's fantastic. I love it. So we'll get into that. And a special car segment coming. I don't have a date, but I have an invite from our friends at Tesla to take a Tesla for a day. So I think that would be pretty sweet. I like what they're doing, and so I'd like to get behind the wheel and see what it's like. So stay tuned and stay warm. So I think that about wraps it up today. It's pretty damn cold. I'm gonna go in and get something hot to drink. Thanks for watching. So, like, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll see you all again soon. Oh, Canada. Run back and grab my monster. If I leave that in the car, it'll be frozen solid tomorrow.